Feminist theory takes gender and sexuality and everything that comes with it, and it deals with assumptions made by society and standards set by society to control the societal norms. Alongside feminist theory is queer theory, and being queer goes against basically all societal norms, and it faces gender inequality and just overall inequality. You're challenging everything. As a queer woman, I challenge societal norms because I am more independent with my sexuality and my gender. I wholeheartedly acknowledge the fact that I could end up with a woman, and therefore I am more reliant on myself rather than preparing myself to be a wife to a man. I deal with feminist theory because my gender and my expression and my sexuality actively goes against societal norms. Because I'm a woman, I'm expected to be quiet and calm and reserved and do everything I can to be a perfect woman for a man. On the other hand, because I'm queer, the part of society that accepts the queer community expects me to be the man in the relationship just because I am more masculine. And so it's kind of a double-edged sword because there are expectations for both sides. You either go by masculine rules or you go by feminine rules, and for people like me who sway between both or use pros and cons of both, it's a difficult line to teeter. Many assumptions are made about me and people like me. Most of my friends and the people I know in my community share similar struggles, and I actually have a few who would like to share those as well.
I've always struggled with knowing my sexuality because people confuse me, and I have dated boys, I've dated girls. I definitely enjoy dating girls a lot more. Most people assume that I'm straight because of the way I look. I look very feminine, and they assume that feminine girls are straight.
So I'm a lesbian, and I guess it makes me feel more confident because I don't have to conform to what society's idea of beauty is anymore. But people always assume that I'm straight, and I mean always.
So I guess if I had to say my sexuality, I would consider myself a lesbian. I don't see myself ever dating another man again, but anything is possible. I'm fairly feminine, so I can pass as straight, which I often do because I'm not out to my family or my coworkers or even some of my friends. When I meet someone new, I don't immediately tell them that I'm gay. I keep my private life private and hidden in order to keep myself safe. Where I live, there's still a lot of discrimination. I could potentially lose my job or get kicked out of my apartment for my sexuality. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I would just rather not deal with the backlash of coming out right now.
I also run into conflict theory because inequality is so prevalent in the queer community. The community holds parades and marches and events like that to raise awareness of the inequality and to point out the conflict that we see, to not further an agenda, but to just promote equality through all people, regardless of gender or sexuality. And so conflict is very much pointed out in our world. We're excited. Notes were taken from The Real World by Carrie Ferris and Jill Stein, and the notes of Professor Wallingford. Pictures were taken from Google if they were not original. Those are pictures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, 14, and 15. All others are original and belong to me. The text was added by me on the unoriginal photos. Thank you very much.